Hello folks, happy Saturday. It is around 8 p.m. and I'm exhausted. It has been a very long day. I got to the gym and worked out and I'm feeling really tired. I had a long night last night too with duty and everything, so just gonna hang out and read and maybe write a little bit and chat with you guys about stuff and things. And it is only 8 more days until I get to go home. So tomorrow's Sunday, I'm gonna hang out, I'm gonna chill, maybe take a walk around town, if it's still as nice as it has been the last few days. Excuse me, I'm kind of burpy. And yeah, so I just wanted to chat and hang out. There's not really much I have to chat about, so yeah, I don't really have much to talk about, but I'm really excited to go home. We're going to paddleboard when I get home and take snacks out and hang out on the lake and everything. It should be really fun. I'm looking forward to hanging out with my folks. I just got off the horn with them over FaceTime and had a nice long chat with my dad. Apparently my grandfather, my mom's dad, has recently told my dad that, or my mom rather, that the two of them should move to communist Japan. I think he meant communist China, not really too sure. But apparently my parents are thinking of maybe possibly at some point in the near future moving to New Zealand. So that would be cool. They have a variety of cool ideas of places to go, and they're apparently going to check some of these cool locations out and maybe move international when my sister finally leaves the nest, which is really interesting to me. I mean, I understand why they want to move, why they would want to do something kind of crazy and wild and different. And obviously, like, we have to finish school out, but I was kind of intrigued by the idea of New Zealand, and now I'm thinking of maybe looking into see if Auckland, the University of Auckland, has a program for genetic counseling, because who knows, that might be fun. Also, I'm sorry, my lights have a timer and they turn off sometimes. There we go. But yeah, I have kind of always wanted to do something international, but being a kind of introverted person who finds it really hard to be away from home as it is, I've never really thought about it too seriously. Obviously, a lot of my friends are studying abroad, and this is something I can talk about. I personally decided that during my undergraduate years, I was not going to do a study abroad program. I have decided that for a number of reasons, one of which is that my school is considered a traditionally very difficult and rigorous academic environment. We have many essays, many tests, many papers, many quizzes, a lot of high-strung academic stuff that goes on at my school. And because of this, students who choose to go abroad often have a really hard time coming back, mostly because when you go abroad, you're studying at a different school, most of which are universities, big universities in different countries. And a lot of the time at big universities, they don't have time to give you 1,000 assignments during your semester, and so you have like a midterm and a final and maybe a paper in between there somewhere, where that's like all your whole grade is like 3 things, and they're about as high-strung and as difficult as assignments that we would have once a week. And so a lot of people find that their study abroad programs, academics-wise, are less rigorous. A lot of the time that's also because they want you to get out, explore the country that you're visiting, and really like take the time to be an international person, like visiting all the landmarks, all the special sites, experiencing things locally, and all of that. And so that's like mostly what going abroad is about being abroad and not really about the academics, although obviously academics are the foundation of everything we do because we're college students. That being said, the other thing is that all study abroad classes are taken pass-fail. So when you come back, you have courses that you've taken that you've gotten grades in, and if you pass, you pass. If you fail, you fail. And that's it. And so you don't even really have to worry too much about how you're doing in any particular class. If you have a B, if you have a C, it doesn't matter. The differences don't really count in the end, as long as you're passing. And so a lot of people take that as an opportunity also to have a lot of academic freedom and take classes that they wouldn't normally take because they know they can pass them without necessarily having to earn a good grade that will keep their GPA high. So basically, going abroad is not very academically strenuous or stressful, and coming back here is. And so students who come back have a really difficult time and tend to have difficulty with adjusting back into our, social environment as well, because you go from being abroad in a place where you can drink under 21 to now you can't buy alcohol anymore, and like all that kind of stuff also comes into play and factors into people having a kind of tough time going abroad and coming back. I have a hard enough time adjusting to school when I have not gone abroad. I'm probably gonna have a little bit of a hill to climb even though I was here all summer. Just knowing myself, I have kind of generalized anxiety disorder, and that's, something that I work on and I can deal with, and I have coping mechanisms. But I think that personally for me, going abroad and trying to come back to this particular academic environment would be too much for me. Therefore, I decided not to do it. I know myself, I know I'm happy here, I know I can handle here as long as I'm in here for the long haul. And I'm in the top 25% of my class, so I must be doing something right. And knowing myself, I just knew that that wouldn't necessarily be a great thing for me. But I have always wanted to do something international. In fact, when I was thinking about undergrad, I looked at both the University of Oxford, not Auckland. I looked at Oxford, and I looked at Cambridge, and I looked at Edinburgh, and I was basically looking abroad just to see what it might be like to go to school there, 4 years to go and like just experience abroad all the way. And I think that if I was going to do it, that was how I would have been able to do it, is if it was like my entire academic experience. But having said that, doing something international for grad school could be kind of interesting. It's a chance, to start over, and you do start over wherever you go. So it might not be that bad of an idea to peace out to New Zealand and just experience that for a change and do something international for 2 years, and then if I like it, maybe I stay, or, maybe going to England for 2 years to get my master's, and then if I like it, stay there. You never know. So that was kind of the nature of our conversation, was potentially moving abroad. And I also told them that I was going to buy them a kitten, and my dad said he would drown it in the lake because he doesn't want another animal. He doesn't actually mean that, but I'm not actually getting him a kitten either. So I think they're just done with animals. They're ready to be free and to be able to travel and do the things that they want to do, and a kitten is a lot of work, so it makes sense. I get it. He's not actually going to drown any kittens. I just thought it was funny. I want a kitten though. My heart is so empty. I had a cat for 12 years, and she died in May. And I'm not exactly ready to get a cat now, or probably not for another couple years, but I think that the hole in her, where she used to be is slowly healing, and I'm kind of like, I want a kitten. They're so cute and small. I don't want one right now, but I'm kind of like, I can feel the like healing happening, and so it was kind of just funny to play with him and be like, I'm gonna bring you back a kitten for Christmas, and he was like, no, it will go back to school with you. Maybe that's how I get my kitten, as I buy it from my dad, and then I get to keep it. Alright guys, well, after that silly rant, I will see you guys tomorrow, And I love you all. Have a fantastic evening. Bye.